Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit the notification bell, get all the updates. Really excited for today's video. It's Cellar Saturday, which is one of my favorite things to do. It seems like people are really enjoying it. A little bit of story time, so if you want to fast forward to the review, no hard feelings. So this beer is called Veneration, and I kind of wish it was called Validation. So I'm filming this on New Year's Day. It's a little after 10 o'clock p.m. and I typically don't have a drink. I'm tired like this late, let alone a beer this big. Woke up this morning, 2021, it's going to be better than 2020, right? And our hot water heater broke, and the floor was covered in water, and we had to get a new one. And we called a couple plumbers, and of course it's more money because it's a holiday, and then we're like, you know what, let's give it a shot ourselves. So we literally at 10:05, I think, p.m. our time, my wife and I finished installing a new one, and it's working. So really excited, and I'm like, you know what, before we were done, I'm like, I'm just not going to do a Cellar Saturday video. I'm just not going to post anything. But when we got done, I kind of got a surge of energy, So I'm like, you know what, no, I'm going to do the one I planned. And that is Three Sheep's Veneration. The beer is courtesy of my man Jim. Thank you so much, Jim. I really appreciate it. And I'm sorry I'm flaking because it was probably like a month and a half ago someone saw it on the shelf. And they're like, I hope you're going to do that soon. And I want to do some Christmas Cellar Saturday videos. So it's been a little while coming, but here it is. And again, I'm sorry I forgot who it was. So Veneration is a Belgian-style quad ale with figs and molasses aged in rye whiskey barrels. And it was bottled December of 2017, so it's just over 3 years old. I think quads age beautifully. This is 13.2% ABV. And Three Sheeps, my friend Jim lived in Wisconsin for a while, and I think they're one of the best breweries. At least they're, for sure their barrel program. And I think they're flying under the radar a little bit, but they're really good. And I have my little St. Bernardus tasting glass. I never use this. So I'm like, yeah, it's a quad. I might as well use this little guy. Really excited. So it's pouring a relatively dark brown. It's funny. Sometimes reviewing stouts, like, oh, this is like really dark brown, approaching black, mix of really dark brown and black. Whereas this one is just straight dark brown. I don't know how it's coming across on camera, but the way the lighting is, it's not black at all. It is brown, but it is the darkest brown possible, where you wouldn't even think to mention black because it's not quite there. Not much of a head. What is there is a khaki color, but it's mostly what's sticking around on the side of the glass. The center, you can see the liquid. So, I mean, it definitely, given the ABV and the adjuncts and maybe the age as well, not much of a head at all. But definitely looks like a quad. It's that dirty, to steal Matt from Acid Beer Reviews line, it's like doo-doo water. Let's get into the aroma. Hopefully it doesn't smell like doo-doo water. Oh, that's divine. That smells so good. You're getting the figs, you're getting that like candied sugar, but then it crosses over into caramel. I know it has molasses in it, but for me it's screaming caramel. Not that you couldn't have both things. It's a little cidery, and I know when you mention like apples and an aged beer, people might think, it's an off flavor. It doesn't smell off, it just has like a nice cider kind of a thing. Little bit of a rye brand thing. I wasn't even thinking it is rye whiskey barrels, but I think it's the base liquid that's making me think that. You get a little sweet spirit, but it's not descript. Rye whiskey, bourbon, even like rum wouldn't surprise me, actually. Little faint dark chocolate, but it's very figgy, very caramel. It smells, like I said, divine. I mean, it smells amazing. Let's get into a glass. Cheers. One of the best things about this beer is the balance. You get hit with a lot of sweetness on that first sip. Initially, there is so much sweetness, but then it dries out. Not complete, it's not bone dry, but maybe balance isn't the right word. it brings balance to it because it does start so sweet, right? And then as that's going, it dries out. You're getting the figs, you're getting that caramel, you're getting some of that molasses, which I didn't really pick up on the aroma. The spirit, like the aroma, is there. It's not screaming rye whiskey, again, or it could have been bourbon or even rum. So it very much follows the nose there. A little bit of that brown bread, a little bran. There is a little spiciness from the rye. Okay, you know what? No, it's there. It is there. It's not as sweet like that candy, the Belgian candy syrup stuff. I'm sorry, I'm flaking on the actual term. I don't think that's it. That a lot of quads use. It like has an essence of that, but it's not sweet enough for that. The aftertaste is very bran brown bread, molasses seeds. It's very much that. There's a lot of flavors. It's interesting, going back to balance. They're well-rounded. The age can round harshness. It can meld flavors. This beer is unique in that way that the flavors are all working well together, pretty melded, but they are kind of shining, and that should be more contradictory than this is drinking. Yeah, this is killer. Yeah, and again, just that sweetness trying to fight that dryness, and it makes for a really nice drinking experience. I think I've used some pretty big, divine, phenomenal. I don't know if I've said phenomenal, but this is phenomenal. Really glad I decided to do this. Yeah, this is fantastic. Thanks again, Jim, for giving me this. I really appreciate it. This is aged beautifully. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Check me out on Instagram and Untapped. It's No Hype Beer Reviews at both of those places. So please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.